be live. Yep, we are live. All righty. So we are live. Bradley, I'm to say that I'm excited to have you on is an understatement. I am pumped to have you on, my man. This is gonna be a great live. We're going for an hour as usual, doing our usual stuff, right?
Yep.
We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go in terms of time. Like, look, if somebody gets traded, maybe we'll see. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm really excited to get into this. And Bradley, tell us a little bit about yourself. Talk, introduce yourself, man. Is your opening statements. Go right ahead.
Hola, hello, and welcome, everybody. I am Bradley. I'm the new member of Fireside Yankees. I will be helping Fireside Yankees in a multitude of ways, but just so you guys get to know me, Bradley. I've been working in some form of media since college, like middle of college, doing a whole bunch of different stuff. And first and foremost, for this channel, what you guys need to know is I love the New York Yankees. Got my Nasty Nestor shirt that came out a little while ago. I have a whole collection it's not by me because I don't have the whole setup at the moment, but I do have a whole beautiful setup of different kind of bobbleheads and all that stuff. So you guys need to know I'm a huge fan, just like you guys, and we're here to talk Yanks.
Yeah, and I just want to, you would not believe what happened while you were talking. You would not. Aroldis Chapman just signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Jesus.
So, opening remarks, Aroldis Chapman's with the Pittsburgh Pirates now. The bigger news here is clearly the opening remarks. Don't need to worry about a washed closer going to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
But Bradley, we are more than excited to have you here. I am pumped to have you here. And this is going to be one hell of a stream. So we're going to answer the comment section here. LB Channel says, yo, what's up? He's here basically every time I stream. So LB Channel, thank you for stopping by. Michael goes, seriously, instead of all these rumors, who are we getting and who are we trading for? Well, Bradley, I think you can second this. There's not a lot of movement. Now, Chapman signing might move up the reliever market, but the Yankees are basically they're in the reliever market at this point. I don't think they're acquiring another notable position player. I don't think they're adding a big time starting pitcher. Blake Snell's probably not happening. Bradley, if you had to pick right now, you have to pick the reliever that the Yankees sign. Who are you picking? And what is that? Who are you picking? Why are you picking that player? And how much money are you giving them in the free agent market?
Oh, all right. So first, let's start off with who's available. There is a lot of free agent relievers. First and foremost, if we're talking about pitching in general, I would like to start off with saying starting pitching. I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think they want to move Nestor or Clark Schmidt. So if we're talking about any relief pitchers, they're going to bring somebody back. So if we're thinking about free agent relief pitchers, I think they're going to bring back Keenan Middleton. I think that he's going to be the best for the bullpen. I do like his stuff. And I think that if you can get him on a 2-year deal, that'd be great. But more than likely, if it's against what I think is going to happen versus what I want to happen, I would like a 2-year deal. But what I think is going to happen is probably a 1-year deal, anywhere about, 6 to 8 million, a good reliever market, maybe a little high, but I do like his stuff. So that would be my pick. What I think is going to happen and also what I want to happen.
Yeah, personally, dude, when you're talking about that pool of Middleton, Peralta, and Neris, I think Neris is the more established guy, don't get me wrong, but I don't really think I'm going to look at acquiring three of them and say, wow, that's a letdown. I think they're all kind of within the same ballpark of each other. Middleton's my guy, dude. Middleton, I'm going to be honest with you. Dude, Middleton, 3 pitches with a whiff rate above 30%. Familiarity with the Yankees. Has an arsenal that can play to lefties and righties. Got the fastball, got the changeup, got the slider. I'm lockstep with you. I think think he's got to come back. I think he's not going to, I think he's going to cost the least of that group. And I think he might end up putting up at least the best strikeout numbers of that group. And if we're saying a pitcher is going to end up putting up the best strikeout numbers in that group, most times they're not the best performing pitcher. I'm not saying strikeouts always correlate to run prevention. There are pitchers who do an excellent job of, generating soft contact on the ground. A guy like Wandy Peralta, for example. But at the end of the day, man, Keenan Middleton, 3 pitches, all 3 of his pitches above a 30% whiff rate. In my opinion, that screams to me a type of guy you got to add to this bullpen. And we saw he put up a 70% ground ball rate with us. He spent a couple months with Matt Blake, immediately puts up a sub-2 ERA. Imagine a full season. So I'm in lockstep with you, dude. Yep. Bring me Keenan Middleton. And also, I don't know if you noticed, he would have some strikeouts where he would just get pumped. And the Yankees were not very good last year. I understand when he was here, they were, and especially when he was here, he kind of came in during that August swoon. Dude, it was it was cool to just see a guy have a lot of energy. It's cool to just see a dude who's pumped up on the mound. That's kind of like why I like Neris. Peralta also has a lot of fire on the mound. I need a guy who's going to, he said it himself. I think he put it on a story once. So he signed with the Mariners. He's like, they don't got a dog like me. Dude, you know what, Keenan Middleton? We don't have a dog like you. We need a dog like you in this bullpen.
We definitely do. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but him, Soto, Strowman, those guys bring energy, and they will have the stadium rocking. You could continue, Ryan. I just had to say that.
Oh, dude, don't apologize, dude. I needed that. I fully agree, and I was also gonna throw it in there. Keenan Middleton follows me on Instagram, so therefore we should sign it back. That's another reason. That isn't the only reason. I actually think that I actually do believe he brings kind of the energy you want in the Bronx. But yeah, I would love to see him here, and I'm in lockstep with you, dude. I want Keenan Middleton. Bring me Key Dog back into the Bronx. I need him. But moving on here, we've got a couple of other regular visitors stopping by. Aiden says hello. Tyler says what's up. Mike Reto says, hey, he's coming from Twitter. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Roll the Chapman to the Pirates. Trevor's also saying what's up, and Trevor's saying what's up to Bradley as well. The chat seems to be pretty pumped. Mike from NYC, let's go. Okay, we got some.
My boy right there. Shout out,
That's
Mike.
so fun. That's so family fun. Vision is my guy on Twitter. He's also saying what's up. He's a regular. Yanks fan saying what's up as well. Kyle is saying hi to both of us. CWE saying salute. We lost my sweetheart Robert Stevenson. I don't know how you felt about Robert Stevenson, but I really thought Robert Stevenson would have been a good addition. Now I did hear a couple of things. I can't speak too much on it. But what I heard was that there's not the industry view on Robert Stevenson is a lot worse than the public view. And I found that interesting. It doesn't, and I heard that right before he signed. And then he ended up signing with the Angels. So that doesn't bode well for that bodes pretty well for the theory that the industry didn't view him that well. Because I feel like 3 years, $33 million for a reliever that put up like a 1 ERA with the Rays last year is not bad money at all. I feel like most teams would have matched that. Why weren't the Rangers matching that? Why weren't the Yankees matching that? Why about the Mets? You know what I mean? I think that most teams are just kind of more down on him than I think than I think I thought teams would be. And yeah, like I will say this. We've seen guys go to the Rays, get better, and then kind of burn out, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it's definitely happened before. And, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad signing, but, when I heard that, and I heard it from people from various organizations, not just one. I heard it from quite a few guys in different organizations, or that's where that source came from. So we'll see.
I mean, it could be a multitude of reasons, like you said. So if there is a lot of people speaking of him, of saying things that, like you said, like not at why. To put it all together, when you said the biggest thing, when they come from the Rays for some reason, if the Rays, that's a friendly Rays contract. It may be a little bit expensive for the 3 years, $33 million that Stevenson got, a bit expensive, but the Rays didn't want him back. People not thinking highly of him. We'll see. But at the end of the day, if he does play good, this helps the Angels because they can then move a controllable reliever. And then if he doesn't play good, he's in the Angels, which we do not expect much of in the AL West.
Yeah, let's be real here. That place is like the Angels. It reeks there. It reeks. Not the stadium, the team. The team is. And the Anthony Rendon comments are really funny. Like, I don't hate the guy. I have like nothing against him. I don't know him. I'm not gonna. I don't know him, so I'm not gonna speak on that. But dude, it is genuinely so funny. Like it is like that is they're just a hilarious organization.
Yeah, 162, a little bit too much.
Yeah, dude, they're dude, he's a hilarious guy. Yeah. Thank God. I'm just gonna say thank God I'm not dealing with that right now. Who do you want? Neris, Wandy, or Middleton? I'm fine with either, to be honest. I think we talked about this already. Middleton is kind of the guy I think I'm leaning towards. I like Neris, like Wandy. I think Middleton might be the best value option. But again, we're talking about. Now, I was going to say we're talking about like $2-3 million. That's not really much, but I would take $2 or $3 million right now, and that'd probably change my life. So, speaking in baseball terms, that's what I'll have to put that little asterisk with. If you were to extend Gleyber, what would a contract look like? So, I think at this point in time, because he's young, you could probably give him like a 6-year deal and $100 million contract. and it would be a low enough AAV where it probably is positive value for the Yankees. And in Gleyber's perspective, it is $100 million guaranteed US dollars. That is a good chunk of change. Now, I think Gleyber, if he saw that offer, could reasonably say, all right, I'm going to hit the market because I think I might be able to get more. And let's be honest, like, he probably could. Like, it's not impossible for a guy like him to get more on this market. But yeah, like I think my offer is, right around 110, let's say $110 million for 6 years. Bradley, what would you offer for Gleyber Torres if you were to extend him? And I guess let's backtrack a little bit here. Would you extend him? That might be a better question to ask first.
To be honest, at this very moment, I would not extend Gleyber Torres. I want him to play out this year. I think he will be extra hungry playing on becoming a free agent and playing with this last year on his deal. I think we'll get the best of Gleyber. I think that this will help him get better defensively because we all know a contract year, people just somehow they get good. And what it is, it's the millions. You said 1 or 2 million. All he has to do is clean up his defense. And truly, that's another 1 or 2, 3 million. And to be honest, I think you can also add that he will then become one of the highest paid second basemen in the league if the defense cleans up and he doesn't make those silly errors that he does every once in a while, which sometimes do cost the Yankees. Now, if I was to extend him on that conversation, if we were to extend him, I would let it expire. Let's say he has a very similar season to the one he had last year, a few errors, decent defender, but one of the best hitting second basemen. I think you have to easily consider anywhere from about like 5-6 years, 130. Like that's just spitballing in my head. The AAV on that. Again, right now, I used to be good at math and it disappeared, but I just off spitballing, like I feel like that would be a really good number. He cleans up the defense. I think he gets more than what Altuve got his contract in 2018.
Yeah, I actually really like what you're saying about, okay, at this point in time, maybe an extension doesn't really make sense because you want him to play that career year, that you wanted to see if he will have a career year because of the contract year and see if he can float his value a little bit. And then on top of that, I think any money you spend, any big time money you spend that's not on Juan Soto is kind of like until Juan Soto is secured. I feel like any money that's spent on not Juan Soto is kind of like it's kind of like like I'm not going to lie. I'm clutching my purse a little bit more when Juan Soto is not a New York Yankee is not a New York Yankee currently under a 12-year, 13-year contract. You know what I mean? I need that security in my life. I need that reassurance. I am a man of reassurance. I am a man of security. You know what I mean? I need to know that Juan Soto is going to get his bag and it's only going to be for the New York Yankees, that kind of situation. Now, should the Yankees like hamstring themselves just to bring back Juan Soto? Yeah. Right. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, yeah, like you are going to have to make decisions that actively prevent you from going out and getting certain players to bring in Juan Soto and keep him long-term. And that's worth it because he's a generational player and he'll always be good at baseball. Like, he's never had an OBP below 400. And this is his age 25 season. In Aaron Judge's age 25 season, it was 2017, and he was like winning. He had his should have been an MVP year, but his rookie of the year campaign hits like 52 home runs, I think it was, or 50 home runs on the dot, something around. I completely forgot the original number. I think it was 51. But like imagine Juan Soto having that kind of leap. I'm not saying he's gonna hit 50 home runs, but where it's like, hey, he's entering his age 25 season, and maybe he's starting to enter a little bit more of his prime. In Gleyber's case, he's right in the middle of his. And if you gave him a 5 or 6 year deal, you're going to be able to, I think, lower the AAV, which is important. And also, by the time it expires, he's 35. And I'm not saying a 35-year-old second baseman's in their prime, but a 35-year-old second baseman can still be a competent major league player. And even if you have one bad year of that contract, as long as you get 5 really good ones, I'd say it's a win, right? Like most long-term deals, you're going to have some bad years, is what it is, right? Like Garrett Cole, at some point, we're going to get bad years from Garrett Cole. Like it's an inevitable. Maybe we're not. Maybe he's, maybe he has the Justin Verlander kind of aging curve and he just continues to pitch extremely well into his late 30s and early 40s. But we'll see. I don't think they're going to extend Gleyber because I think every report's kind of indicated that they're not doing that. But maybe they bring him back in the winter next year. I right now, from a betting man, though, I think he's gone. As much as I love him, I think he leaves in free agency next year. It's sad, but I don't know. I think they're going to focus all their money on Soto, and depends on how some of their infield prospects turn out. I don't think it's going to be for Peraza. I think a Jorbit Vivas maybe, or maybe they find somebody in the market. Who knows? But I don't know. I think I think Gleyber's future is definitely uncertain, but the guy can mash, and that's all that really mattered for this year. Moving on, Nicholas goes, Neris had a 2.5 WAR in 68 games as a reliever. He's worth $7 to $11 million, maybe more. Yes, his 2023 season was worth more than that, but teams aren't paying for your past production. They're paying for your future production. I'm not saying Neris is going to be a bum in short order, but what I am saying is his projected result going to be significantly different than a guy like, a Keenan Middleton, enough where you're going to pay that money? Who knows? Like, the Yankees probably have their own internal metrics. I bet that they have their own projection systems that they look at, and they're saying, all right, how well does this player project, and so on and so forth. But I would say $7 to $11 million is the comfortable range for me as well. I don't think I'm willing to go much more than that for a per year basis. Now, obviously, if you're going $10 million for 2 years, that's more than $11 million total. But I mean, I think I'm capping out at like $11 million for 2 years. Probably, maybe I'm crazy, but like, I'm not going to pay him like $50 million a year. That's not happening. I'm sorry. At that point, I'll go get Keenan Middleton. I think you're muted. You're good. Don't worry.
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, but
I
yeah,
agree.
so I'm definitely 100% in lockstep with you in that. The one thing I would say that you did mention about relievers, and something that this chat has mentioned, something that you have mentioned in other live streams and videos with Alex as well, is that the Yankees develop relief pitching. When you have a staff that can develop relief pitching, you don't have to go out and spend. You can save that money for Soto. So what you would spend in $10 million for Neris, you could spend $6 to $7 to $8 million with Middleton, and then that $3 or $4 million. Guess what? That goes to Soto. Whatever you need, you even said it. If you need to throw the Brink truck, the literal whole Brink truck at Soto, you do it. So I know that we're mixing Neris with Soto, but that little things matter. So to be honest, after 10, I don't really know. And I'd rather pay a little bit less to get Middleton and keep him on the team.
I agree. And also, again, like, what if between now and 2 weeks, what if between now and, pitchers and catchers reporting, somebody gets hurt? I don't want to throw that out there, but I mean, it's happened. Frankie Montas, like, this was around the time where Frankie Montas needed shoulder surgery, and he was going to be out for the year, basically. And we're like, oh, crap. Okay, we no longer have a fifth starter. It's Herman or Schmidt now. And then it quickly became, Rodon's hurt too. So Domingo Herman and Clark Schmidt will be in the rotation. And then Severino was hurt. And it's like, oh, okay, so Johnny Brito's going to be the fifth starter. Make it very quickly like this. Like, it could be, it happens like this. It really does. And that's the terrifying part about injuries and pitching as a whole. But keeping yourself flexible enough to acquire somebody is extremely important for this team's ability to sustain their depth going forward. But an interesting name to throw out there, Trevor Alley mentions that he'd be down to bring back Joe Elliott as well, but his shoulder's probably fried. I don't know. If he wants like a minor league deal, it doesn't hurt. He's a left-handed reliever. Like, it can't hurt, right? We have familiarity with him, gets a lot of ground balls, and we could use left-handed relieving depth, right? Like, if you look at our bullpen, it's very right-handed. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing considering that most hitters are right-handed. If you're going to pick whether you want a reliever to be better against righties or lefties, in most cases, you need it to be righties, but you also need some guys who can get lefties out. So yeah, like I would love this on like a minor league deal personally. I don't think they can guarantee you a major league spot, but yeah, I'd be cool for this. I know this isn't like a crazy take or like a big time free agent, but Bradley, I'd be down like a minor league deal.
Oh yeah, definitely. And anyone that you can get minor league depth again, you hey, look at the conversation's just flowing because you literally just said it. People can get injured at any time. You can get an injury. At the moment, we only have we only have one lefty in the bullpen. Having that extra lefty in AAA that you can bring up in the middle of the season or even towards the middle if they can't find no other arms to get lefties out is really important. So I would definitely be down for that.
I 100% agree. Lockstep with you right now, my man. Moving on a little bit. Wandy and Neris would be great. I don't think they get both, but if they get both, I mean, yeah, that'd be sick. I mean, objectively, you're a great team with that. Especially Soto. Yep, need to retain Soto. Mo is stoic. That's why he's the GOAT. Yeah, there's nobody who will ever be better than Mariano Rivera at closing. Like, ever. Like, I just, like, it's not even a matter of, like, I don't think guys can have the peak years because we've seen guys have some crazy peak years, but, dude, like, how many guys are going to be that good for that long? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just every single year. He retired off of an all-star year. It's crazy. It's nuts. But with that being said, he's the GOAT. Like, I'm
number one
of all time. Could you imagine him in this bullpen, dude? Like, Jesus Christ.
We were blessed. A lot of people say that we were actually spoiled, and then now, for example, Clay Holmes is our closer most of the time. I know we do a closer by committee, but let's say Yankees closer is Clay Holmes, and a lot of Yankee fans do complain about him, and a lot of other fans from other teams say, you guys are spoiled. You guys had Mo, so you guys are expecting excellence. But if you compare him to other closers or like-minded pitchers who pitch those clutch, very tight, high leverage 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, he is one of the best. But Yankee fans still complain about Clay Holmes. So that proves right there that we were spoiled with Mo.
It's incredible, dude. Like I'm not saying Clay Holmes is the best reliever in baseball. I don't think anybody is arguing that, but he is just so goddamn. Like he is so goddamn good, and he gets ground balls. He doesn't give up home runs. Like it is so damn good. But moving on a little bit, you think Snell will sign with the Yankees? No, I think we opened by saying we don't think we're going to make any big time additions to the rotation, and I think that's still the case. Do you feel any disagreements at this point in time, or how do you think Martin's moving?
For me, just to say, like, the only way we get Snell is if that report is true that Yankees are the only ones who put in an offer and it stays that way, which I don't even think that's true. I'm sure another team, some team somewhere, any team that has a little bit of money, the Angels, which is, maybe likely a candidate to sign him because they have some money to spend. Somebody put money out there for him. But if he wants to win, and for some reason he's not getting that money he wanted, the over $200 total $1 million that he wanted, I would sign him if he comes at the right price, or even maybe we give him like that 5-year deal with a 1-year out but less money, so then he can opt out next year and then maybe get a $200 million next year if he has that another Cy Young year with the Yankees. But answer is still no. That's very unlikely.
Yeah, dude, I don't think it's happening. I'm gonna be I hate to kill dreams, but if your dream is Blake Snell to the Yankees, I am your dream killer, and it's not happening. Sign Hector Neris and Wandy and Gio for depth, good hitter, and maybe trade for a star at the deadline. Love y'all the best. Aiden, I appreciate it. I don't, I know I would love 2 relievers because that would be like just more depth. How could I be mad at more upgrades? But I actually, if you look at the roster, I don't really know if there's a fit for 2 relievers because I think the Yankees would have to option one of Efros or Hamilton because they're the only 2 guys with options that would be left. Assuming you add Neris, let's say first, you'd be optioning Ron Marinaccio. Ron Marinaccio start the year in AAA. I think that's going to happen anyways. I think that makes sense. Now you only have Hamilton and Efros who have options. And assuming Efros is healthy, which all reports have indicated he'll be ready for spring training, he's not going to start the year in AAA. He'll start the year with the major league team. Similar to how Michael King, they immediately just let him rip from opening day. And Ian Hamilton, he was excellent for them last year. There's no chance he opens the year in AAA. So the Yankees would have to DFA somebody. They would have to DFA Luke Weaver, who they just signed. They just gave him $2 million. They're not going to cut him. They would have to trade a reliever. I don't know. Maybe they go all right, we'll sign Peralta. We'll sign and if they're signing 2 guys, I think it would be Middleton and Peralta. I don't think it would be Neris and another guy. I think Neris would be just him alone. And if you were to sign Walney and Keenan Middleton, maybe you give them both 2-year deals, and then you move Canley. I would think about that. I like Tommy Canley and I like Jonathan Loaizaga, but both and Clay Holmes is also on a 1-year deal. But I'm not even thinking about moving Clay Holmes. Those 3 guys are free agents at the end of the year, so it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world if the Yankees decided, all right, let's look at Canley and Loaizaga. What can we get back for each guy, and kind of evaluate and see if maybe there's a window for us to move one of these guys and sign. And use that money, sign another reliever, and potentially get something back. Tommy Canley would get not a top 100 prospect, but a team's top 30 guy, maybe, I don't know, maybe some upper level minor league pitching depth, maybe a AA pitcher that can help you. I don't know. Matt, just give Matt Blake a guy who has a working, functioning arm, and they'll somehow become a good reliever for us. It's kind of they could turn anybody into a pitcher for this team, if I'm being honest with you, man. So I could see that, but I'm going to just say what they're going to do is they're not going to do anything crazy. They're not going to, throw fireworks to the last second. I think they'll just sign 1 reliever. But Gio Urshela, what do you think, Bradley? I'm kind of he's a little bit, he's trending in the wrong direction. I'm not saying Peraza's great, but he's an athlete and he can play all over the infield. I'm kind of so on it. If you can trade Peraza for pitching, then yeah, you do it. But if it's just to put Peraza in AAA, I don't know. Maybe I'm not that big on it. Bradley, do you think they should sign Gio Urshela? Like, what are your thoughts on that? And how much would you give him if you were to sign him?
All right. So the only reason why this is kind of a conversation, and I do like this conversation, so Aiden, thank you so much for the comment, is that they kind of already don't believe in Peraza. And it's kind of, stated, Boone didn't even give Peraza a shot at third base job. No, it's LeMahieu's. LeMahieu did end off the year well, whatever. So it's not his. So you can sign Urshela and then give Peraza every day at bats in AAA, which then can maybe raise his stock a little bit to then trade him at the deadline for something. That is the positive I can see with signing Urshela, and the only positive that just getting that Peraza every day at bat to AAA could then raise up his value just a little bit, even a little bit would be very, very valuable. So that would be the only argument for it. But currently, I am against it because I currently think that Peraza can definitely play second base, third base, and shortstop. And I think he's doing a great job like that. I don't feel like there is a need for that move. But if it happens, I understand why. And what I said can be the reason why.
Yeah, totally agree. And I think that the idea is more so like, yeah, I just don't think they have faith in. I think you're right. They don't really have faith in Peraza. If they did, he'd play more. Look, we could say it's unfair or not, but like, it's not like Peraza's been the best player in the world when he's gotten extended looks. I understand that, he's young, but I do think youth sometimes gets overvalued. Being young doesn't automatically mean you're going to get better. Like, it's an unfortunate reality. Being young does not guarantee the outcome of being good. It would be like, hey, just because, let's say, Oswaldo Cabrera's young doesn't mean he's going to figure it out again. Like, it's unfortunate, but that's how baseball works, right? Like, it's an unfortunate part of just some guys don't pan out, some guys do. I'm rooting for Peraza to pan out. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. Dude, it'd be sick if he puts up like a 105 WRC plus and is a good corner infielder defensively or even a good defensive second baseman, because boom, you just found your second baseman in the future. Like, even if he's not as good of a hitter as Gleyber, you're not going to get the errors. You're going to get better base running. Like, you're going to get a pretty well-rounded player, and you're going to get a guy who's controllable and cheap and young and all those good things. And he's fast, and you can just like kind of dream about what all those things. But it's like, I don't know if he'll ever get the chance to try to be that in New York, and I don't know if he'll ever become that player. So it's a legitimate concern. I don't know if Urshela is like the type of guy I'd guarantee a major league roster spot to either. He's slow. He can play third and like some first base. And is that really that valuable? Like, you have LeMahieu there, and he kind of already does that. And you have Cabrera, who's kind of also like a slower. He's not super fast. He's not slow either, but Peraza's fast. I think that's like something of value, and the Yankees are kind of slow. So I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Urshela. And then, yeah, they'll definitely trade for a star deadline. Like, even if they have a good rotation, they'll trade for somebody. Like, in 2022, if you remember, they were in an insane rotation, and they traded Monty and then acquired Montas. Did that work out for them? No, but did they still do it? Yeah, like, they're going to still try to acquire somebody. We'll see, though. I think I would love Corbin Burns, though. Like,
same. I was going to say the exact same thing. Please, Jesus. If that can happen, all I know is that we will be looking very, very pretty. Please happen. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I would love, dude, Corbin Burns and Garrett Cole in the playoff series is just, I mean, like I've said this on a podcast before, and I stand by it. The only guy in the market that gave that same feel and juice as a Yoshinori Yamamoto would have been Corbin Burns. Like, I'm not saying this to say that, these other pitchers aren't that good. I'm not downplaying Blake Snell. I'm not downplaying Jonah Montgomery. But it's just different, right? Like, when you say like Corbin Burns, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, oh wait, is he as good as is he as good as Blake Snell? He's clearly better than Blake Snell. Love Blake Snell, but I mean, come on. Corbin Burns is a top 5 pitcher in baseball. Him and Garrett Cole, good morning, good afternoon. And if Kozodon bounces back, that's a good night. It's a good, and it's going to have to happen at the deadline if they're going to do it. He's not getting traded right now. Like, the Brewers, it's like no shot, I feel like, at this point.
The only thing I'm scared of about that, Ryan, is just that I think the division is so bad that even if they're in third, they're probably going to be like 3-4 games back and not feel the need to trade them.
Honestly, you're right. Like, dude, like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's a legit, really good chance he just ends up staying with them because they're not horrible. Like, I don't care for any team in the NL Central, but Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals, please save us. Like, just do a job. Let's go do a job this year. Let's go compete this year. Let's go compete, guys. Come on, let's go. Like, let's go compete this year. Let's go win some baseball games. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I need Corbin Burns. And also for the Brewers, you love Oswald Peraza and you love Everson Pereira. You think these guys are great players. I mean, Oswald Peraza, forget everything I just said about Peraza. You know, great defensive player, former top 100 prospect. You know, did you know he hit like 30 home runs over 130 game span in AAA? Did you know that? Brewers, come on, tap in. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Bring Burns here. I need it. Or, dude, I'm gonna throw this out there. Like, I don't think he's as good as Burns, but like, if Burns wasn't to get moved and they were thinking about moving a different pitcher, I have always been a Freddie Peralta guy. And if he's healthy, like whenever he's healthy, he's really good. He's also making like nothing, which is hilarious. It is so funny how many guys just took horrible contracts in the last 5 years. Like Ozzie Albies literally signing maybe the worst deal of all time, like getting paid $7 million a year. He would have made more money in arbitration. But I would love Freddie Peralta too. Freddie Peralta, please. Dude, Dominican throws hard, low slot.
For that.
It would take a lot. It would take a ton. Don't get me wrong. I know it's not happening, but like, I just dream of it, dude. It'd be so gross. But
the Yankee fantasy.
Yeah, dude, it would be a Yankee. That's a Yankee fantasy. That's my fantasy land talk. Who has more fire, Middleton or Neris? Ooh, Neris is a chirper, dude. Have you seen Neris with dude? He talks. He's a yapper, and I like that. He can yap a little bit. Middleton, the way I would put it is Middleton's more of like a let's go kind of guy. Neris is more like he'll like start slamming his chest and like talking crap to the hitter. And I like that. Like, I'm not going to lie. I kind of prefer that. Like, I know, you know, we want Yankees buttoned up, professional. I get it. I understand.
We're from New York, Ryan. Well, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
The Yankees are from New York. Embrace that Bronx energy. We come straight up front. Not rude, but up front and brash. You do something good, embrace it, enjoy it.
I want, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I just want him to strike somebody out and just start walking towards like a Red Sox hitter. Could you imagine him doing something like that to like a Blue Jay? Like, dude, I need him to get, because look, I can already see it. He's gonna throw a splitter in the dirt and Vlad's gonna swing over it, and I just need him to like just walk up to Vlad, just go like, start like going like, what's up? Like, I need that, dude. Like, or like, I need that, man. Like, I don't even like, I don't need the Yankees to get into endless like random beef, dude. But like, I kind of do. Like, look, the Tyler Austin fight was so cool. Like, it just goes, slams the bat and just gets to a fight with Joe Kelly. Now, the one fear I have is everyone on this team is made of glass. So I don't want a brawl because somebody's 100% getting hurt. Like, dude, you know for a fact.
And it would be Judge. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, it would be something like this. It would be the fight's over, like, Judge is out of the game, and you're like, oh, did he get ejected? And we all just assume he got ejected. And it's like, Aaron Boone wasn't actually ejected from this game. He was pulled from the game. And you're like, wait, what the hell happened? Oh, my God. And that random panic attack from, like, 10 o'clock when the game ends to, like, 10:15 where Jack Curry hasn't tweeted anything. And then Meredith Marakovich goes, Aaron Boone reveals that Aaron Judge is getting an MRI and you're like, oh, my God. Oh, you know, like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like that, I already can. That's like the worst feeling in the world when a guy gets pulled, and then you just have to sit there and you're just kind of like, is he hurt? Like, do you remember when Cole got pulled against the Blue Jays a couple years back? I thought he got Tommy John, dude. I thought it was over. Like, I was just sitting there like, wow, it's over. It's so over. But yeah, to sum up my point, get into a fight, but don't get hurt, please. Actually, don't get into a fight. Just get into like one of those little skirmishes, those fake fights. Yeah.
We need that. We need energy. And preferably Yankee Stadium, so you have the crowd behind you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, dude, at Yankees, for sure at Yankee Stadium, 100%. I want to be there for that. Like, I want to be there for that. Yeah. Hey, fellas, love the show. Fan from Australia. Go Yankees, Maddie. I appreciate you, my man.
Thank you, Maddie. Thank you,
dude. That's crazy, yo. I appreciate. That's sick as hell. I can't lie. That's super sick. Who else did you come back to Yankees and Neris? Again, I just don't think they're signing two relievers, but would be sick. Roll the Chapman to the Pirates. Yeah, a $10.5 million deal. Sure. Like, I'm a little surprised he didn't sign with the Rangers at that number. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, to be honest, we already know what this is for the Pirates. I mean, they do have a young team, and they all stay healthy. again, the Centrals are weak, so maybe they can make the push, and maybe they are actually doing this to bolster their bullpen, which would be a help, obviously, a lefty bullet like Chapman. But let's be honest, this is a trade piece at the deadline. Just what he did last year with the Royals. This is exactly what the Pirates are setting themselves up here for.
Yeah, so you very politely said the Pirates stink. It's a very polite way of putting it. I appreciate.
I'm new here. I won't get too feisty against the other people. Let me get a little more comfortable.
No, I hear you, but yeah, the Pirates stink. All right, so they're probably it's a trade chip because he's gonna probably be solid next year. He's a good reliever. But yeah, the Pirates stink. Like it stink, dude. Like Febreze type situation, and they're cheap. It's the worst of both worlds. Look, the Royals got Cole Reagans out of it, so maybe the Pirates are like, oh, we'll get Cole Reagans out of this too. And it's like, I mean, Trevor followed this up with a perfect comment. Being a pitcher in the Angels organization is like being a pitcher in the Pirates organization. You be a good pitcher, but you never unlock your potential.
Yeah. Great comment,
dude,
Trevor. Great.
Chapman just going there to get traded to a contender.
To get the most money, exactly. To get the most money, which probably was in the market, and then get traded to a contender at the deadline. Exactly.
And honestly, it's fire, dude. Like for like his person, I get it. Now he has to live in Pittsburgh, which like, you know, I don't know if he wants to live in Pittsburgh. He likes living in Miami. He seems to like be like a warm weather guy, but he lived in Kansas City, so I mean, Kansas City can get pretty cold. Like especially
the Chiefs game. It was like really cold last week.
Oh yeah, dude, it was like negative. I mean, come on, yeah, I saw like Andy Reid's mustache. It was like icebergs in there, dude. It's crazy. It's insane. But yeah, no, like, dude, I mean, good for Chapman for getting $10.5 million. It's good for him, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, like I hope he just doesn't get traded here. Like as long as he doesn't end up back here.
I don't think so. Unless we have a terrible run of injuries, I think we're good on that.
Dude, it would take. I mean, I guess Strowman is here, so like, I guess everything's on the table. Like Verdugo and Strowman came in the same offseason. So, like, Yankees are kind of like, yeah, we don't care if you don't like them. They're New York Yankees. So it is what it is. Is it realistic to think we could acquire a younger starting pitcher versus via trade? Trade market seems quiet. I actually think it's more likely to trade for a younger starting pitcher with years of control than acquire a legitimate starting pitcher at this point in time. Like an Edward Cabrera, like, just like a AAA guy from like the San Francisco Giants, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I think either like something like that would certainly work. I would love that. I would honestly, dude, I would love Edward Cabrera as like rotation depth. Like that would be so cool. Cause I don't think the underlying, like it's bad that he doesn't have great command. Don't get me wrong. Like it's bad. Like that's not great. But if you look at the run prevention every single year, he's prevented runs better than the league average pitcher. The stuff is that good. Like they just can't hit him. Like I don't blame them, dude. If you saw a 94-mile-per-hour changeup, I'd be like, yeah, dude. I can't do anything about that, man. Try to turn to a hitting coach and be like, all right, dude, like, I don't know what you want me to do, man, but if he throws strikes, I'm screwed. Like, I want you to be aware of that, coach. I want you to be aware of that, Skip. You know, like, I'm striking out today. And I looked at his pitch usage, and there's a lot to like. So go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're perfectly good. The only thing I would like to add is that we are blessed with one of the greatest pitching coaches in Major League Baseball. So I'm confident that whatever AAA, quadruple A pitcher we get, maybe a fifth young starter with control we get, if we were to get one, we will develop them into the perfect pitcher. That's what I'm gonna say. And perfect to me could be a 4 in the fifth starter. Who cares? I'm just saying perfect. I can't wait for the season, Ryan. Where's the season?
Matt Blake and Edward Cabrera. Like, could you imagine, dude? Could you imagine him just firing like 98-mile-per-hour beams across the field and across the plate? And you've got like, he just mixes in like a 94-mile-per-hour change. But you're like, dude, what the hell is this stuff? Whips out a wicked slider, whips out a sinker. Like, dude, he's just got gas. It's nothing but gas, dude. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like sometimes you just need sometimes in a game, sometimes in a playoff matchup, you just need a guy who's just gonna rip the ball at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And it just works, dude. Like if you look at some of these like well-built teams, I feel like when you look at some of these well-built teams in the postseason, they just have dudes who throw gas, man. Like just fucking rip back and just rip, dude. Like I understand that's very simplistic, but and that's kind of like that's not like the most analytical thing I've ever said, but I don't really care because just throws hard. And another guy I'm going to mention that's in the Yankee pitching staff that could do this as well. Luis Gil could maybe be a guy like that where, he just fucking throws gas, dude. Like he has no idea where the ball's going. No clue where the ball's going. Like I just no idea at all. Like he throws the ball. No chance he knows where that ball's going. But they have a stable of guys who just throw gas. We'll see which I can't speak English anymore.
Hey,
you get my point.
Too. Yeah.
But moving on a little bit here. $10.5 million for Chapman is nothing short of insanity. It's probably a fine deal. Like, it's a 1-year deal.
1 year. Anything 1 year is fine, and he's going to get traded. Again, that's as simple as that.
I was also going to say, like, dude, there is a 0.00000% chance that they pay all $10.5 million of those dollars because he's going to get traded. So, yeah. Both Gleyber and Soto should be Yankees for life. I think Soto should be a Yankee for life. I think Gleyber could be a Yankee for life, but I don't know if it's a should situation. Juan Soto can never play for another team again. Like, it would be a disgrace if he played for any other team. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think there's varying levels to this. Maybe you can clarify a little bit more.
There's just superstar players. There are star players. There's role players. There's bench players. There's bat boys, ball girls. And my whole soliloquy here is just to let you guys know that when you get a generational player, you keep them. Juan Soto is generational, not just a normal superstar. Generational at 25 years old, going into his 25-year-old season. Gonna be 26 at the end. When you sign him to this big contract, he'll be 26. So I'll sign him for 15 years. I don't care. Spend all the Yankees money. Let's go, Yankees. Juan Soto needs to be a Yankee for life. And everyone in the chat, put Soto for life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, Juan Soto, as you mentioned, he's not only a generational player, but he is the most perfect player for the New York Yankees in the history of all mankind. There is no reason why this guy should play anywhere else. And also, if you go like a 13-year deal, it expires before he's 40. Like, come on. You mean to tell me Juan Soto at 38 can't, be a good hitter? Juan Soto at 45 can read the strike zone. That man's got plate discipline for days.
And that is why you signed him to that. I think that is the biggest point. If anyone here, basic baseball guys, sometimes people like Stanton, when you're just all power. I love Stanton, by the way. Whenever we talk about Stanton, you guys will see how much I love Stanton. But when you there's a guy like Soto who's an on-base machine, knows the strike zone, can get contact, can play to the count, just knows how to do everything when at the plate, they usually age way better. So that's another reason why you need to keep Soto. You need to keep him.
I agree. Dude, cannot let him go. Think of what you traded for him. Think of, the marketing, the branding, and then from the Hal Steinbrenner's perspective, let's talk business here. Hal, you got to make money. Hal. You want to make bank, you got to sign Soto. You don't bring back Soto, and we don't win the World Series. And that ballpark's going to be dim. It is going to be
Remember how it was the last series at Yankee Stadium? If anybody guys remember, I think that is the emptiest I've seen Yankee Stadium in a while because we've been to the playoffs for the last couple of years. I can't remember the last time it was that empty.
Yeah. No, dude, it was ugly. Even like the ALCS, dude, there was no juice. There was no juice in the Bronx. Like, it was sad. Like, when they were like, it doesn't feel like it didn't feel like there was any juice in the Bronx. Juan Soto's playing his first playoff game in front of a Yankee crowd at the ALDS because we have home field advantage. And dude, I'm telling you, man, the place will be jumping. The place will be jumping every year. And even if they don't win the World Series this year, if you have Juan Soto for the next 15 years, you expect to win a World Series in that window. And then that's what you're basically, I'm not saying you're guaranteeing a World Series, but I am saying you guarantee a World Series. Would you pay $500 million to win a World Series? Fuck yes. Absolutely, if you're an owner. Pirates may flip Chapman at the deadline, 100%. I think Yankees sign Hector Neris soon. Neris picks the Yankees over the Mets. Okay, if it comes down to the Yankees and Mets, I think they get him. But I think the reason I don't think he's going to be the Yankees because I personally just think the Rangers are going to swoop in and say, dude, we need somebody. And I think they're going to go in and say, all right, let's go pick up Hector Neris. I think that just makes sense. I think the fit makes sense from Neris' perspective. You don't have to move much. Like, I know Texas is a huge state, so I'm not going to say you don't have to move at all. But you're going from Houston to Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. If my geography is off,
Close
Houston
enough,
to Dallas.
Arlington. Close enough.
Yeah, it's like,
it's a little distance.
oh, it's not. You're right. It's Arlington. Different.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's like
that's what the Cowboys play. They call them Dallas, but they play in Arlington. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, from Houston, it's a little drive. I go to Texas a lot, so it's a little drive.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, dude. It's so apparently a cool. Now, again, this is Google Maps, and I don't believe Google Maps is more accurate than anyone who's experienced the drive, because obviously traffic stuff like that can vary from time to time. 3-hour drive. I mean, you could probably. I mean, honestly, you could arguably stay in Houston if you want to. No, I wouldn't want to take a
3-hour commute. Anybody want to take a 3-hour commute?
I go live in Arlington. Yeah, no, go live in go live in Dallas. It doesn't seem too bad. You can root for a team that's going to get past the divisional round. That's sounds ideal.
I think, to be honest, I do think that the Mets should get Neris, at least try to. And going back to the Rangers point that you just made, I think the Rangers, if they even want a chance at Neris, they're going to get that starting pitcher, Montgomery. They need Montgomery before they sign Neris at all. So I think, again, if somehow they don't get Montgomery, then they'll get Neris and do whatever else, because they definitely need pitching. But for them, their first priority is Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Jordan Montgomery, dude, and it sucks to say this because I'm not going to lie, man. I like Monty.
Me too.
I've always liked Monty. And it's, it's a shame. But you have to move on. Look, I've moved on from breakups. I can move on from Montgomery, even though this hurts more because there will always be another girl. There will never be another Jordan Montgomery. But with that being said, I think that's a really good point. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really, really, really good point. Like I think that's a great point. Like they're probably gonna target a starting pitcher first, and I think he's going back. So honestly, dude, that window where they don't have Monty, maybe the Yankees swoop in. I will say this: if you said Hector Neris signs in the next 3 days, I'll say he's a New York Yankee. If Hector Neris signs in 2 weeks, I'll say he's a Texas Ranger.
Yep.
Maybe a week from now, he'd be a Texas. We'll see. And also, the TV deal situation isn't completely resolved yet, and I think that's why they didn't get Hader. I think that's why they haven't gotten. Yeah, I think that's why they didn't bring back Chapman. Because think about it, dude. 1 year, $10.5 million. A guy that was in your bullpen last year. Did you not like him? If they didn't like him, that's one thing. But I feel like they might have they trusted him. I'm a little bit confused that they kind of steered away from him. They didn't even bring him back. They need guys. They don't just need one reliever. They need multiple. And they need guys I'm not saying that, we need defined closer roles. I know that I know that you were talking about we have a closer by committee, but I don't feel like everybody in the bullpen can close. If you get what I'm saying, Chapman can close games. I hated a lot of the blow-ups with the Yankees. Don't get me wrong. The Altuve home run brought me to my knees and made me cry like I haven't cried before, like a little baby. You know what I mean? Like a bitch made boy. I cried. I'm full transparency with everybody here. Cried like a bitch that day. I cried like a loser. I cried my eyes out. That was heartbreaking. That sucked. I went mute. I didn't talk to people. I was full on mute. But with that being said, he can close games. I don't look at Neris hasn't been a primary closer in a couple of years. I don't think that matters. I think he can handle it. But they're not signing Keenan Middleton for their bullpen and saying, all right, there's the big bullpen move. They got to land somebody. I will say this, Bradley, I mentioned trading maybe Canley a little while ago. Do you maybe say, all right, Texas? They don't really have pitching depth, so it doesn't really they don't match up particularly well. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought the deadline, the Yankees might have dumped a reliever to them for, some prospects. I thought Wandy to Texas would have made a lot of sense. And honestly, I wish he went to Texas now because he would have a ring, and my sweet prince deserves a ring. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm saying I'm using a lot of words to say that the Rangers. I mean, you kind of talk me into maybe the Rangers don't sign Neris. I'm not gonna lie. You kind of talked me into it. You kind of convinced me.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
I hope you're right. And I don't know if I hope you're right. I hope Middleton's back. So maybe I don't hope you're right. Maybe I just hope we get somebody. I just want the rush of signing somebody. But Kyle Roth goes, is the Yankees offseason done? Are they going to make any other moves? And if yes, what do you think they're going to be? Yes, and a reliever. Bradley, what do you got for us?
I think reliever is the only move. I don't think nothing else gets done. Anybody who's expecting anything else, I think is it's bold. And you should believe what you believe. But full honest opinion, the Yankees are That could be done. Let me rephrase everything. I think that the Yankees are done until they're not. And then what I mean by that is I want Middleton. I think they should get Middleton. Will they get Middleton? I don't know. I truly do hope so. So let's say that the Yankees get Middleton or Neris. After that, they're done. One more starting pitcher, then the Yankees offseason is officially done. And let's get to Valentine's Day when pitchers and catchers report.
Dude, the only thing I need on Valentine's Day is spring training. That's all I need. That's all I need in my life. Actually, that's a lie. If anyone is watching, no, I'm joking. I'm not. That's not. The Ryan Garcia is not in the position to take shots right now. That's all I can say about the situation in my market. 1 yard line. Nelson Cruz. I don't hear Edward Cabrera yet, but I hear Nick Torres to the Yankees soon. I don't think there's a report that's saying it's soon. I just think it's a matter of interest, right? Like if I'm not mistaken, maybe I missed something. I don't know. Let Gleyber go. Sign out to it next offseason. Hot JK. Dude, this new version of Brian Castro where he doesn't give a fuck about who he signed, he might do something like that. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would be so for this. Like I would be, dude. I would love
me too. Because why wouldn't you want a clutch hitter?
It would be so sick, dude. It would be nuts on the table. Nuts on the like. Be like Houston. That's your guy. He's our guy now. He wouldn't be a long-term deal.
No.
And imagine him, Soto, and Judge. Oh my god, dude. Oh.
Truly, the real reason why I want him is I want that clutch hitting. He has proved that he can hit in the postseason.
Yes.
That would be the reason why. Yankees have choked too much in the postseason. Now we have Soto, so let's hope all of this changes. We need that postseason hitter. That is Altuve. That's why I would not be opposed to that. Good comment, Alex.
Dude, I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. It would be so sick to be on the other side of a team of Altuve has just sent the Astros to the World Series. It would be nice to be on that side of it, not our side of it. It'd be I'm not. It's not gonna happen. No shot. It's gonna happen. No shot. But dude, I don't care what the perception is, dude. I would love it. It would be so evil empire. And those vibes, I love it. Like bringing in Soto, dude, I got to be such an asshole on Twitter for a little bit. Like all these like people were like, oh, Yankees can't trade for Soto. Dude, I was being such a dick on Twitter. And I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think that Yamamoto was like the best financial fit considering they wanted to sign Soto, and I was a little scared about that. But I wanted Yamamoto just to like be a dick on Twitter. I also thought he was like the top 5 pitcher in the world, so that also helps. You know what I mean? Like being really good at baseball helps. But I wanted to just be a dick on Twitter and be like, yeah, we got Soto and Yamamoto. Like if I was a Dodger fan, man, I'd be a horrible person. Like if I was an Astros fan, dude, I would legitimately be a terrible guy. Like just a downright horrible human being. Like I think the Yankees being bad or not bad. They're not bad. The Giants are. That's what bad looks like. If the Yankees were like, the Yankees not like winning a World Series in the last decade is probably good for my character. Like good for like
keep you humble. Keep you humble.
Yeah, like I'd be a dick. I'd be a complete asshole. Dude, 2022, I was already yapping my mouth off. Like, I was already talking. I was already, yap. When we beat the Astros in that game and Hicks hit the walk-off, yap. I got on the live stream here, dude.
Look at Ryan. You just got to remember, with age comes more responsibility and more. What do they say? Your frontal lobe develops more, as you keep growing. So maybe you'll be less of an asshole when we win the World Series next year.
Dude, we win the World Series. I'm going to be a douchebag, like a douchebag.
By the way, if we win, you will see me in the parade. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm there. I'm there no matter what.
Would be, dude. I would pull up, dude. I can't speak on the mode in which I would celebrate. I am not at the liberty to speak on that. And we can infer or not infer based on those comments what would be going on. But in case the celebration, happens and I have to be at that parade and that type of celebration were to occur at the parade, we got the glasses to cover. We got the glasses to cover the eyes. You know what I mean? To make sure, be locked in. No, I'm saying nobody. No, I just realized I have my glasses. No, I don't have my glasses on. My brother got me these Oakleys, and like shout out my bro Ethan, my guy. Probably he's at work, so he's not watching this. But appreciate the Oaks. Chapman is where he belongs. Pirates or A's. Welcome Bradley. Saying what's up to Bradley.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead. of these kind of, I apologize for everybody kind of skipping that because we're closing on the hour mark and I want to make sure I get to like everything in a sense. Like I want to make sure I talk about a lot of the like conversations that have been going on in the chat. Let's see. What do we got? You caused the 2022 downfall. No. Well, yes. Okay. So Bradley, here's a fun fact about me. The Yankees never play well when I have never play well when I'm in a relationship, like horribly. The Yankees, a crescendo, and I believe in like June 21st in terms of win percentage. The Yankees played 500 baseball after I entered a relationship for the rest of the year. It's incredible. That's it. And then 2021, they were like bad, and then I had a breakup, and then they went on that crazy stretch. You remember like in August when they were playing their ass off? Yep. It was weird because Gallo wasn't good, and they were just winning a bunch of games. It was like, okay. Like, it was like, I don't know how we're winning, but we are. That 13-game winning streak. Dude, do you remember that 13-game winning streak?
I do.
That was wild, man. Went to Oakland, and we won the first 2 games. It's like, we're about to beat the brakes off of Oakland. And then they just kind of stunned us. Like, I remember Tony Kemp hit a home run against Chad Green. By the way, Tony Kemp, dude, fuck Tony Kemp. Like, I love Tony. He's a good guy, but, like, God, he kills us, dude. He murders us. Like, I see Tony Kemp at the plate. I don't care. Dude, I don't care if he's 55 years old. Tony Kemp, he's like the 5th, like one of the 5 guys I don't want to see at the plate. Him, Altuve, he's up there with Altuve, dude. He owns us. There's something about midget second baseman who owns us. And yes, I am a midget as well. I understand. I'm 5'8". I'm vertically
5'8". Well, I'm 5'10" and a half, so I don't know where that counts me. I think I'm
dude, you don't understand, man. Sam and Aiden are both significantly taller than me. So like, oh dude, okay, so alternate. So like this is how it's worked. So Alex, me and you I think are all like the same height, and Sam and Aiden are like 6 feet tall. And for some like the equilibrium now we have the majority vote. All right, now it's the Fireside Yankees, we've won the majority vote. I'm not 5'2". I had this bet going. I have to do this at some point on a live stream. I have to measure myself with measuring tape to prove that I'm not 5'2". on a live
stream. You might need some help, so you might have to get somebody for that. You know, the measuring tape.
Yeah.
You don't want it to slap back at you.
Right, exactly.
They get a little dangerous, you know.
Nah, dude. It does, dude. Do you remember? You know, like how with like overalls, like you have not overalls, what you would call them, like you put like those like strap things, like it's like yeah. So I was messing around with it once, and I remember it unclipped and it just shot straight at my forehead and it left the biggest red mark. And dude, I could fit 4 fingers here. I got some chromium. Yo, dude, I used to joke around that I wanted a billboard up here. Like I'm big, so I used to joke like I want to build like if I don't raise my eyebrows, dude, it's straight. Like it's straight. It is straight real estate up there. So you just see this giant red welt, and it was hilarious. And it was like this, like actual, like I had to like be dressed up nice, and I was just standing there, dude, with it was crazy, dude. Like I trust me, I don't want to get whacked in the head. I don't, dude. Those welts sting.
Head injury, yeah.
Oh, man, dude, I think yeah. Also, this is fun. This is not a baseball thing, and I don't know if you have a particular ballot or if you have predictions. Or if you've been tracking the Hall of Fame vote, but tomorrow they release. Yes. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like Hall of Fame voters. I think a lot of them get it wrong. And it's, that's my personal opinion. I'm not going to say that my opinion's always right.
Yep.
But what I will say is that if Gary Sheffield misses out by like 1%, it's going to look bad because it's going to look bad. Because of the guy who was, he was like, I didn't vote for because it's bad. But I think the 4 guys who get in, I think Joe Mauer's getting in. I think Todd Helton's getting in.
Yep.
Adrian Beltre's a lock. Everyone knew he was getting in.
I mean, I don't know now how he's not 100%. Like, how is that not unanimous? I saw the 1 or 2 votes I on Twitter. Again, they could not be verified. A lot of these shit's bullshit sometimes. To my language, but I know sometimes. But what I saw, if true, if he's not. Who doesn't think he's a Hall of Famer? Like, that's just outrageous to me. He has the counting numbers. He has the defense. What?
Dude, I will understand, like, somebody pointed this out, like, this is a strategy people can use, and this is a good strategy, I think, for Hall of Fame voting. You can, what you could do is, if you don't vote for a guy who's 100% going to get in, right? And let's be real here, Beltre 100% is getting in. And you could not vote for him and vote for 10 other guys to try to keep a guy on the ballot or give a guy a better chance. But that's not what happened. It's like these guys, like they didn't vote for Beltre and they didn't vote for 10 players. So it's just like, why are we not voting for Beltre? You just don't think he's that good. And it's like, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? These people don't know. Like, it's truly, it's infuriating.
And I just want to point out one comment because one of my best friends in the chat said I'm 5'5".
Where?
Mike, right above. Mike, Brad is definitely 5'5". Mike, that is a lie. He's one of my. he was luckily blessed to be up there with Aiden. And to be 6'2". He's
up
6'2".
in the trees.
Yeah, exactly. So Mike, he knows I'm not 5'5". All right, I just want to point that out. I'm definitely 5'10" and a half. My license plate says 5'11", but don't tell the estate. But yeah, close enough.
No way. It says 5. Dude, mine. I made sure to put 5'8" on my. I can't even say my license. I still only have my permit. So
close.
Yeah.
You know, you got. Don't forget to get that.
My license. Dude, I got.
And then
it's a pain.
Rivera in the chat as well said, "I've got hidden by a." Oh, I don't know if I can click it or not. That's why. Yes. So you got hidden in the eye with a pitch, by a pitch before in the eye, and the scar stood for like 5 years. I've actually had one of my other best friends. He actually got literally. Remember, we were kind of talking about pregame of missing baseball and actually playing the game. One of my close friends actually during the time in high school when we were play, he got hit by a pitch every game. No lie in the back. He always got drilled, no matter the pitcher, no matter the team. And I just crazy about hitting by the pitches is just, I don't know. Hit by the pitch is something about it. It always follows. Yes, it's worse. I only got hit once.
There was this one time where I was in 8th grade and I was like, all right, dude, I want like guy fit throwing 90. And I'm like, dude, please don't hit me. Right. Like, please don't hit me. Just has a little thing in my head. First thing, 90 to my finger, breaks my finger. First thing. And then it's like later that year, my brother and I, he was pitching, I was catching, and I'm like, all right, fastball. Throws a fucking slider, and it breaks my thumb. Come on. I mean, no one has it worse. No, I'm joking. Who is this Trevor Alley guy? Well, I guess interacting. He's this disrespectful guy. Move on from him. He's my guy. Don't worry. It's all friendly banter. It's nothing disrespectful. I promise it's not disrespect. Don't worry about it.
We can take some friendly banter, you know?
Yeah, it's just some friendly banter. Don't worry about it, you know. Why, you know, what's up?
I had one question. Billy Wagner, Hall of Fame for you, yes or no?
Yes. I think he's getting in, too. I believe he's getting in.
And then this one, Met favorite. I don't think Jose Reyes is getting in, so I'm going to skip him, but David Wright. I don't think he's getting in now, but would he ever get in? Would be my question.
I think I would not vote for David Wright because I think the longevity wasn't good enough. And like I'm pretty sure he doesn't even have 50 WAR according to Fangraphs. So it's like, kind of stretching it. You know, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he had a good chance. I think if he just played like honestly played like 2 more years and was like an average player, he probably gets in. But yeah, no, I just can't put him in, unfortunately.
I don't think so. I can't either.
Yeah.
Well, but I wanted to know one of your thoughts. Maybe I'm missing something. Because,
dude,
being from New York, I'm a Yankee fan, but I do watch some Mets games.
Dude, I get it.
Right.
I would love, like, I'm not going to lie, dude. David Wright, like, I have nothing against him. He seems like a great dude. Like, I just don't think.
Me neither.
It's unfortunate. Now,
I have one question. But Ryan, you can go ahead. But
no, go ahead.
I have a question for the chat. Something I want to do when I am on these lives is give the chat a question, a little bit more interactive, something I thought of. And today, it's a fun, but it is Yankee related. Obviously, let's keep it with Fireside Yankees. Anyone in the chat here still, thank you guys for still being with us over an hour. I appreciate that, especially my first one. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. My one question, and Ryan, I guess you can answer this first while everyone in the chat's commenting. What would be your walk-up song in Yankee Stadium first at bat? One walk-up song. You get 10 seconds of it. What would it be? And if you want, you can say the lyrics. If not, just what would be your walk-up song, though?
That's a good question. So I used, and this is like, dude, this is like I'm not gonna lie, this is like the corniest thing for like a Hispanic guy to do. Gasolina. I had to, dude. I was a pitcher, so like.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense. I'm like, come on. You don't want to. You know what the funniest thing is, dude? I did not throw hard. I had not, dude. Especially so. 2 things. Number 1, I was scared of hitting batters. So like I hit a lot of them in practice. I was like, I didn't want to hit a guy in the game. And number 2, dude, I had my shoulder was killing me my senior year towards like right around when the season started. I was like, damn, it hurts. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was probably throwing some 65. I'm getting all them because it's like They got me walking out to Gasolina, and you see the warm-up pitch, and it's 65. And it's just like, my legs were wobbly. I was nervous, dude. Man, it's just not, man. Just, dude. What would your walkout song be?
So many. I think mine would be, to be honest, I put a lot of thought into this, but I also didn't, because mine would probably be a throwback. To be honest, right now, I think it would change every day. Let me say that first and foremost. Right now, it would probably be Cybertruck by Bad Bunny. One of my favorite songs out there. Just gets you in the mood.
I get you. I hear you.
That'll probably be it.
Dude, if I had to throw in an alternate for a walkout song, Wild Thing. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Major League. Wild Thing. That specific rendition of the song, I would love to walk out. I know that the reason I didn't do that is because it's clearly a reference to the movie. And I think that kind of takes away. Like, I think part of a good walkout song is that it's your thing, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying that there hasn't been a reliever. Like, I think Mariano Rivera and, was it Billy Wagner who also used Enter Sandman? I know another, notable reliever used Enter Sandman. I think Billy Wagner. Yeah, I think Billy Wagner. Let's see. Enter Sandman. Yeah, he used Enter Sandman as well. And he used it before Mariano Rivera was here. So I remember that. But it's different though. Mariano Rivera is just so damn good, and he also played for the same team, and he won so many. It's his. I'm sorry, I don't care if he used it first. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like Wild Thing will always be. It will always be that. It will always be the thing from that movie, and understandably so. I don't throw 98 with no idea where the ball's going. I don't. It is a good ass song. I love that song. That song gets me going. The chat, we've got White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. That's a classic. That's a classic, dude. That's one of those, it's at the stadium. It plays all the time in every stadium. You know what I mean? So it's a classic. Gets everybody going. You can already see what you can do with the lights with that, dude. It's crazy. Let's see.
Trevor said preview by Bad Bunny.
Ooh,
he don't know what preview.
Dude, I feel like Bad Bunny has so many good walk-up song count. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You can go through his discography and just kind of, I definitely butchered that word, but you know what I'm saying? I think that he would, dude, he has every banger in the world when it comes to walk-up songs.
True. Another one I just thought about is by Sleep Theory, Gone or Staying. It's a pop rock song. Really, really good. It's one of my favorite songs out there.
I gotta check that out.
As well. Yeah. I like an English and Spanish song. I have to have an English and Spanish song in there. A little bit of bass and rock in there like that. And then the Bad Bunny gotta have the Spanish too. Gets turned up too. So
yeah, I hear you, dude. So if I had to choose a song, if I had to choose a song from an English songwriter, I'm going Joker and the Thief. That's what Clay Holmes uses, and I don't know. Okay, I've never got to talk about this publicly. Dude, that song, I don't know why his walkout song doesn't get more buzz or more juice, because it's genuinely an electric walkout song. And I don't know why, I need to figure out a way to get more hype behind it. I'll figure out a way.
Definitely.
Definitely 1,000 miles. Dude, that would go so hard.
Everyone in the stadium will sing it. I guarantee you, word for word, bar for bar.
Give me Boy's a Liar. Give me part 2, Boy's a Liar. Come on, let me walk out
I'll sing that too. I'll sing that too.
I'll walk out to that, dude. Come on.
That's a good song right there.
I'm out, dude. I'm out to that, dude. And you know why too? Because that world where I'm a good reliever and Pink Panther sees it.
Just shoot your shot, dude. Maybe like A-Rod and Jeter did a lot when they were in the city.
Bro. When you've got a second left on the shot clock and you're at full court, you still take the shot. It's better to take the shot than not take it.
Yeah.
Life lessons, folks. Life lessons. A very old family friend of mine was watching your channel when I was over his place the other day. I was pumped, but really confused at the same time. Dude, that's sick. That's sick, man. I love that. I appreciate, dude. Tell him I appreciate him. I love that, dude. That's sick.
Spread Fireside Yankees to everyone, guys. Spread it.
Yeah. Sorry, no, my bad, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know. My bad. No, I should have cut you off. That's my bad.
No. You're good. Yeah. Go ahead.
How about Jets Giants to get a chance with Belichick? Dude, we're not getting.
Nope. I don't want him. Don't want him.
He can't draft. Dude, he can't draft for shit.
Yeah.
He was the reason why they drafted what was that guy N'Keal Harry over like Debo, right? Like he was the one who made that call too.
I mean, he made all the final calls and his drafting history. I think he's a good coach, but he's gonna want to be the head coach 1 and 2. He's gonna want some form of roster control, and I don't want that. Plus, Dable maybe a little shaky happening with Wink, but I'm a Giants fan, so I can definitely talk more about the Giants. But to be honest, I'm good on that. If he wants to be a DC, sure, but
higher.
Exactly.
He's a head coach. He's a head coach and GM for some desperate franchise.
Exactly.
Yeah. Final Countdown. I like that one. It's another just a classic song.
Can't go wrong.
It's Getting Hot in Here by Nelly. Another classic song. Like these are classic songs. Like you just get the stadium going. Snell, Wandy, and Neris and call it a day. It's not happening. I'm Steals. My dog.
That's a dream.
I apologize. Hey, I'm sitting here talking about Pink Panthers notice me. So I mean, like, man, at least Snell has a chance. Actually, I would 100% use Mr. Brightside. I remember at my prom, so I didn't know that song existed until my senior year of high school, which is kind of sad considering that song is like very well known. And I am a person who's been on social media for a while. But anyways, instead of talking about my hilarious inability to be like socially cognate, at prom, it went crazy. Like, I remember we were just yelling that song, dude. I love that song. It's a good song, man. I'm not saying it's the greatest song of all time, but all I'm going to say is when we hop off this stream and I go write something, I'm going to put on that song. It's probably the first thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to lie, man. That song's good. Well, I don't know your thoughts on it.
To be honest, I don't think I know it.
Don't. Okay. Oh, it's like, how do I put this?
Maybe I do, but like off the top of my head, poof, nothing.
I'm not going to lie. It's like, how do I put this? It's not like a song that I would ever have listened to if I didn't move to Long Island. If you catch my drift here, Bradley.
Okay.
I lived in Queens. I moved to Long Island. If you catch my drift. I think you're catching my drift a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put it on the side and I'll listen to it though, because I really do like all types of music. So any type of recommendations that's gonna go on the side, and I'll listen to that.
Dude, I'm a fan of rap, Spanish music, all that stuff. Dude, I've been putting myself on a little bit and I'm a little bit of a softie, so I like that romantical music a little bit. Give me some Peso Pluma on that shit, bro. Come on, dude.
Give me that R&B all day for me.
R&B. It's the best. What's your favorite? Give me some of your favorite artists. Come on.
I got a few. So first off, it would be number one favorite R&B artist would probably be Jhené Aiko. Number uno, for the lady. Another good one will be I have Jhené Aiko there. I just said that. I'm not good with remembering. Oh, I know now. Lucky Day is a good one. Brent Faiyaz. Just love the R&B, so it's amazing. To be honest, let's go with the number one, Giveon, number one. And then lastly, to end it off, he does all genres, and my favorite artist, which a lot of people is not going to like, Drake.
Hey, dude, I respect it. I look, what are your thoughts? Do you know Drew Walls? Is it that the dude who does like the Target videos? He's like,
yes, yep.
What are your thoughts on him?
Thoughts. I got thoughts. Chad.
What are your thoughts on him?
I got thoughts, Chad. My thoughts is that man is a genius. Because yes, everyone clowned him, and rightfully so. I clowned him too. But when a man gets a bag from the NFL and Drake reposts him, I'm jealous now. And now it's just jealousy. You can't make fun of him no more. He got the bag from the NFL for a sponsorship, and Drake reposted him. Now we wish we can be him.
Dude, I 100%. I think Drew Wall is a genius. He isn't doing anything wrong. Number two. And also, dude, Drake is hey man. Drake is good. Like I can't, dude. I don't look, people could say he's corny, whatever. The music's fucking good. Give me, dude, Wants and Needs. Oh my god. That's a walk-up song right there. That's a mixtape song. That's like a highlight reel type of song. You know what I'm saying? That's a banger right there.
That goes in the legendary discography.
Oh my god, dude, that song goes unbelievably. And look, people could say, "Oh, well, what about if does the feature carry the song?" The ability to get a feature like that on your song is because you're Drake.
Exactly.
So you know what I mean? Like, come on, guys, we gotta understand. Other artists just can't have that pull. Tell me why by Backstreet Boys or Boyfriend by Big Time Rush, dude. Again,
classics
would go crazy.
But to be honest, I can't hear Tell Me Why anymore without thinking of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that scene. Yes.
Every time I hear the song, I think of the clip. And I do
Yes.
his ad libs. I do Andy Samberg's
Yes.
ad libs because it's amazingly funny. If you guys haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, watch it. It's amazing.
No, I agree, dude, 100%. 100%. I would use the Yes Network intro. Okay, hot take. The lineup music is good. Like that rock kind of thing they have going for it. That shit, like, I get pumped. Like, I'm just kind of like just sitting there like, I wish you could download that audio file. I need that shit, dude. How's the Trevor Rogers article going? I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been leaving it in the tank for now because I think I could. There was a lot of rumors that kind of came out today with the Knicks and the Yankees, and with the trade deadline coming up with the Knicks, I've kind of, not that I'm more focused on the Knicks and the Yankees right now, but like I've been trying to make sure I keep the manpower going on Knicks side of things, you know, because I'm kind of a degenerate. I don't really have anything going on in my life, so I can just kind of like, you know, write all the time. Love Guardy, but I don't miss his walk-up songs for country music, dude. I'm not a fan of country music. Everyone can like
here and there.
Everyone can like their own thing, but like it's not up there on my list. It's towards the bottom of the barrel. I'm not gonna lie. There's some good songs. Look, I'm a sucker for Country Roads. That's a great song in my opinion. There's some good. Look, everyone has their own preferences. I'm just not a country guy. I'm sorry. I'm from New York by Ja. I think it's by Ja Rule. I think any New York theme song kind of goes like a little crazy. Like it could go stupid if you can pick the right one. And if you're a good athlete and you play in New York for your entire career or for most of your career, I think personally.
That's a classic song, by the way. Great song. I love that.
Yeah,
that would be a great, especially in New York again. 100 bands and 100 clips. Man, I'm from New York,
dude.
Fire.
Dude,
come out to New York and that. Come on, like that guy gets the crowd pumping.
Okay, somebody has to do it now.
Exactly.
Somebody has to do it.
Verdugo could do it.
I don't think he could do it. I
mean, he's not from New York. You're right.
I think Strowman could do it.
Because he's from
New York.
Oh, you just put it together. Somebody could this send Mr. Strowman play this song.
I think he
when
picked
he come
his walk-up song though, or his walkout song for the Yankees. I think he picked it out already. No, his walkout song be "Roll That Skit." I like that. I think that's yeah. I'm good with this. I remember listening to a story. Yeah. I'm fine with that. But you know who else I think could have pulled it off? Bader could have pulled it off.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they're from New York. You have to be from New York to pull it.
That's true.
You can't be up to Boston if you're not, you know, either A, from Boston or B, playing for a Boston team.
You know what? You're right. I was thinking about the swag, but Strowman has it. That's why you said Strowman.
Dugo could definitely pull off like like something with like that's like a good fucking song, right? But I don't think he can pull off the "I'm from New York" thing. And also, he's probably not going to be here for more than a year, so I don't think he could do it. What are the chances that Juan Soto walks the Yankees? All the content creators are pretty sure of Yamamoto to the Yankees. I think the difference is that, like, the Dodgers don't exist for Soto. Like, it's not like there's a Dodgers equivalent. You can argue the Mets, but, like, I don't think that there's going to be – I think that Soto's going to be like, yeah, I think I'd rather play for the Yankees than the Mets, which, like, that's guessing, but we also – like, we just don't know. We just don't, right? Like, I don't really know. I think he's going to come back, but who knows? Taylor Swift's "Welcome to New York" doesn't pump up the crowd. Man, now do you think somebody could pull off a Taylor Swift song as their walkout? And if so, who?
I
think Rizzo
don't know.
did it, right? Didn't Rizzo do it for a little bit?
He did some funny, but I can't remember if it was Taylor Swift. But what I thought would have been funny maybe was Bader playing "I'm Feeling 22."
Oh,
that would have been nice. Oh, and I feel like Bader is the type of player, like with his personality, very like light going. He would have been joking about it like that.
Dude,
I'm feeling.
Why did he do this? That would have been so. Yeah, dude, it would have been singing like, I don't know about. Just get that one. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling. So, dude, that would be sick. Fire. That would have been so fire, so fire. Nestor could 100% pull off a Taylor Swift song.
Yes, he can.
1,000,000% could do it. 1,000,000%. Do we feel good about the Strowman sign? I think right now I feel better about it looking back on like how the pitching market's gone. I'm fine with it. It's a good, it makes them better. I can live with it. You know what I mean? It's fine.
And if you guys didn't hear him, you guys didn't really hear my opinion about it. So real quick about Strowman.
Yeah.
Ground ball pitcher, why he is my favorite. Ground ball pitcher. We need ground ball pitchers in New York, especially in Yankee Stadium. So that's why I'm like extra high on it. I was always high on it. And yes, like of course with all the other problems with him, issues with the Yankee fans or whatever, I understand why a lot of people don't like him. But we're talking strictly ball. that is a 10 out of 10 signing for a third or fourth starting pitcher, which I think he will be because Rendon should be number 2. If he's healthy, he will be number 2, period.
I 100% agree. I think he's going to make a lot of sense for this team. But Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Daniel Vogel, I remember when he pulled that off. Dude,
I remember that too.
That was legendary. I'm not going to dude, he's a real one for that. You know what? Fuck it. Bring in Daniel Vogel back. Bring in Vogie. Dude, Danny, do you remember the videos where it's like Danny fucking burgers? Those videos, dude, those videos are so funny.
Unfortunately, we don't got DH space for him.
Yeah, we do not have space. Yeah, that's kind of like the last thing
to play some DH too. So sadly, no. But we'll see how this season goes.
This is fucked. The Whopper song for Alec Manoah, dude.
That's a banger, though. I'm sorry.
That song is good. I would walk out to that. I would consider it.
Hey, Whopper ship deal. Send the Whoppers.
Dude,
Fireside Yankees.
Song goes stupid. That song does go stupid. It's funny because the memes about you watch just a season-ending, soul-crushing, debilitating play against your team, and it's just Whopper. It's like, all right, man. It's just it's but
man.
yeah,
That's
dude,
amazing.
it's nuts. But I think this is a good. I think this could be the crescendo of the stream here. Trade for Luis Arraez and Tanner Scott at the deadline. Bradley, if we somehow ever were able to acquire Luis Arraez, I would be a pretty happy man. Because I just think it works, and I also for a weird reason, my reasons more so I think he'd also hit for he probably hit I think Statcast said he hit 13 home runs here versus 10 last year and 8, and he would hit 13 instead of 8 the year prior. If I hit 13 home runs at a Luis Arraez and he hits 330, it's probably gonna put up a 135 to 140 WRC plus. Come on, man, that lineup is stupid at that point. It's stupid at that point. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's truly necessary. I wanted to rise when it first started the the possibility of Luis Arraez becoming a New York Yankee. I was immediately intrigued because we need a for sure leadoff hitter. LeMahieu's good. We have one, but he is the typical leadoff hitter. He gets singles. He might not walk a lot, but he gets on base, and that's all that matters. I don't care how you get on base. Get on that base for Judge or Soto, Judge, whatever order. I don't care. And if he's a lefty, then put Judge in the middle. And speaking about that, yes, I want to rise so bad, like you said. That would truly make me. I'll get a little cocky with you. Say a little bit of an asshole. I'm not an asshole, but I'll get a little cocky on Twitter saying, "Come stop us." And then, second off, I'm not sure why, according to numbers, Judge has played a lot in the 2-hole. Soto has played better in the 3-hole slightly with his numbers. I'm not sure why Boone said he's going to play the 2, but Yankee fans will see how the season plays because that one right there, a little confusing to me.
Dude, and Luis Arraez is willing to be extended by the Marlins, so I had to assume he'd be willing to extend with the Yankees. I feel like you acquire him, and look, I'm not saying that the Yankees should get rid of Gleyber for Arraez because that's not going to happen right now. I understand. Don't get me wrong. But if you were to acquire Arraez, you no longer need to sign a second baseman, and that kind of helps. And Arraez is 26, so he could be a part of your core, and yeah, the team would be stupid. The team would be stupid. It would be stupid. But with that being said, I think there's a good point for us to call a night. We could probably grab a couple questions here, just kind of follow in the last ones.
Yep.
Yeah, I like doing the last call for questions.
Last call, bring them in.
So over under for stand games played 125. That's a good number to set it at, in my opinion. I gotta be real. I'm gonna take the under.
I'm 100% taking it. I thought that's actually a little too high. I would actually set it at 100 personally.
Fair.
And I would probably still say under. I could see him playing anywhere from 90 to 95 games, is my opinion. Hopefully he plays more, obviously, but I see him anywhere 90, 95 games.
Dude, I don't like saying it, but the facts are the facts. He played less games this year than he did the year before, and he's another year older. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he plays 1 million games, but it is what it is. You'll never forget, dude, this was actually crazy. Dude, I remember this. The Whopper, dude, that Whopper commercial, was all of football last year. It was crazy. They literally would just play it nonstop. It was burned. It was that and the or is lol. I don't know if I think he's still talking about like songs, but do you remember when the Whoop There It Is remix for Ice Cream? It was like Scoop There It Is. That one was also burned into my head. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
Dude, that one and that one's burned into my head. The Scoop There It Is. That one's I think is better. Can I be honest with you? Like, I'm taking that one. I'm not gonna lie. Pablo Lopez is underrated now. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Rodon, dark horse for Cy Young.
That's possible. Stays healthy. I can definitely see that easily.
Hector Neris to the Yankees. You seeing anything?
No, I'm not seeing nothing breaking. I'm just double checking now, passing, refreshing, refreshing. I think that's just what he wants to happen.
Oh, okay. No, every time I see something like that in chat, dude, I start freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, me too. I'm like looking like I like that. Passing and Curry are the first two I always look at. I literally have a tab specifically for them just in case. In this case, but yeah,
dude, I'm always locked in with them.
Yep.
I feel like fans are sleeping on Grisham. He could be a weapon for us, not just late game defensive replacement. I like this take. Both Zips and Steamer project him to be an above average share next year. He's a great defensive center fielder, and he's a good base runner. What do you think, my man?
I agree with 100% what you said. I think that is the most perfect thing to do. It has the best thing to do for Grisham. Grisham also, like, people are sleeping on his bat. Like, injuries are going to happen. Pray to God it's not Soto or Judge, but Verdugo or Stanton, where one of them has to play more DH. We have a top 5 defensive center fielder, and he's also can be an average major league bat, and that was all I would need if you can play a great defensive center field. Early in the offseason, a lot of people were talking about the Yankees need a center fielder. We have one now, so that's where I'll end that at.
I agree. Trying to make that outlet song the next one. I don't know which outlet song it is. I'm not gonna lie. So it's not gonna be the next one, unfortunately. And Dodgers have it your way, 2024. Brooklyn, Flatbush, Borough. Hey, I appreciate you being. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping by. He's been on a couple streams before, so I appreciate it, dude. And yeah, this is where we're gonna end things off. Bradley, one hell of a debut, an unbelievable debut. This is, I mean, we're talking. Look, there are not a lot of rookie seasons better than this one. And dude, I know, seriously though, this was sick. Can't wait to do this again. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. Check out our various socials. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course this YouTube page. Empire Sports Beat is where we got all of our written content. You guys can follow Bradley at BradleyTalks_ on Twitter. So make sure, or I guess formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. It's Twitter.
I call it Twitter as well.
It's
Twitter.
Twitter.
Follow me up here on Twitter. Don't forget to follow Ryan as well. He's a great follower as well. A lot of statistics. If you guys like Knicks too, follow him as well. He writes a lot of good stuff.
Dude, I appreciate you. We're going to be running this back at some point, guys. This is not the last time we see Bradley on these streams. Bradley, again, great stream. Guys, have a great night. Enjoy your Monday night. Get through the rest of this week. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace out.